Have you ever wondered what happens when the rich play God? When they believe that their money, power, and influence can bend the laws of nature itself? Well, what if I told you that there's a movie that doesn't just explore this idea but tears it apart with ruthless, dark humor and gut-wrenching emotion? This is Death of a Unicorn, a film that is more than just a thriller. It's a mirror, a harsh, unrelenting reflection of the elite, of family, of love and loss, and of the price one pays when they think they can control the uncontrollable. And it all starts with one mythical creature, a unicorn. But this isn't the fairy tale you're expecting. So, let's break it down. What makes Death of a Unicorn so unique? Why has this film left audiences stunned, both laughing and horrified at the same time? And most importantly, what's the deeper meaning behind all the bloodshed? To understand Death of a Unicorn, we have to start at the very top. The story follows Elliot and his daughter Ridley, two people emotionally distant from each other. They don't communicate. They don't see eye to eye. And in many ways, they are strangers under the same roof. But that's about to change. One night, while driving, they accidentally hit something. Not just something. A unicorn. Now, in any other movie, this would be a moment of magic, right? A unicorn is a symbol of purity, beauty, and wonder. But here? It's the beginning of a nightmare. Because this isn't just any unicorn. It's the key to a dangerous, high-stakes game played by one of the most powerful families in the world, the Leopolds. The Leopolds run a massive pharmaceutical company, and they believe they have found the ultimate secret to life, power, and wealth beyond imagination. And they will stop at nothing to get it. You see, unicorns aren't just mythical creatures in this world. Their blood holds something special. Something beyond science. Beyond reason. The Leopolds believe that within these creatures lies the secret to immortality, to power over life and death itself. And now? Elliot and Ridley are caught in the middle of this twisted obsession. So what happens next? The Leopolds demand the unicorn's body. But they aren't interested in preserving it or admiring its beauty. No, they want to experiment on it. To take it apart. To extract whatever miracle they believe it holds. And here's where the film takes a sharp, satirical turn. Because this isn't just about a rich family conducting experiments. It's a brutal takedown of the elite people who think they can buy, own, and control anything, even nature itself. But nature has a way of fighting back. Because here's the terrifying truth: unicorns don't forgive. And when the Leopolds unleash their twisted science on this creature, they awaken something far worse than they ever imagined. The unicorns fight back. Not just for themselves but for something deeper. Something heartbreaking. The unicorns aren't just violent for the sake of it. They're mourning. Their rage isn't mindless. It's personal. Because their child was taken from them. And now? They will make sure no one walks away unpunished. Now, let's take a step back. Because this is where Death of a Unicorn becomes more than just a dark, satirical horror film. This is where the emotional weight hits. At its heart, this film is about family. The Leopolds, for all their power, are still a family. And even though they are painted as villains, desperate, greedy, and cruel, they still have one human quality: their bond with one another. Griff Leopold, the head of the family, justifies his actions because he believes he is protecting his legacy. He believes that power equals security. That dominance equals survival. But in the end, that very mindset is what destroys them. And then, on the other side, we have Elliot and Ridley. Two people who, at the beginning of the film, can barely hold a conversation without tension. Two people who feel like they have nothing in common. But through the chaos, through the horror, through the reality check of what happens when power is abused, they find something they didn't realize they had lost. A connection. And this brings us to the most powerful aspect of the film: the quiet, devastating realization that family is what matters most. The unicorns aren't mindless monsters. They are grieving parents. The Leopolds, for all their evil, are still human in their love for one another. And Elliot and Ridley? They learn, in the most brutal way possible, that sometimes you don't get forever with the people you love. Sometimes, life is unpredictable, violent, and unfair. But the time you do have? It matters. More than power. More than wealth. More than anything. So what does it all mean? On the surface, Death of a Unicorn is a sharp, unforgiving satire of the rich. It exposes their arrogance. Their recklessness. Their belief that money can solve anything. But beneath that? It's about something so much more universal. It's about love. Loss. The terrifying, beautiful, heartbreaking reality of being human. It's about what happens when we forget what really matters. And it's a warning. Because in the end, the Leopolds don't win. No matter how rich. No matter how powerful. No matter how much they try to twist the rules of the universe to fit their own needs. Nature fights back. And it wins. So here's my question for you. What would you do if you were in Elliot's position? If you were given the chance to profit from something beyond your understanding but at a cost too great to bear? Would you take it? Or would you walk away? Because in the end, Death of a Unicorn isn't just about a family of elites meeting their downfall. It's about all of us. About our choices. Our values. And whether, when faced with the impossible, we have the strength to do the right thing. So, if you haven't seen Death of a Unicorn yet, do yourself a favor. Watch it. And then ask yourself what really matters.